All right, ladies and gentlemen, as I always say, it's tablet and pen time. Let's begin. Get that tablet and pen. Let's write things down. Put it here. I know you know everything you need. You got it all. Fantastic. But why are you watching me? I think you're missing a couple pieces. Is that okay if I tell you that's the truth? I'm kind of blunt, so don't take anything personal. Because if you have bad credit, it's your own fault. Sorry. You didn't pay your bills. You screwed up. Because why? You didn't have a backup for a backup. You didn't plan for the problem. There's your problem. You didn't plan for that problem. See, we're all going to get sued. All of us, no matter what we do, it just depends when. We're all going to get a bumpity bump. Someone's going to bump the car and want to sue you. Ay, 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 what do we do too? So I got a couple of problems. And it rhyming all the time. I try to stop it, but that's just me. All right, I got total recall on a lot of things, and I write with both hands and talk at the same time. So let's see if we can have some fun. I've been online or in person for 49 years, helping people 6 days a week. I bet you today, if you write it down, you get it here, I can help you. But it's going to be up to you. Corporate protection, what does that mean? Oh, you get all these people on social media. Blah, blah, blah. I need an LLC. I need a C Corp. I need blah, 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 blah. Well, bottom line is it's a lot of blah, blah, blah to me, and that's just how I look at it. So we're going to play the game. We're going to win today. I'd like to change your life. Is that okay? Take a picture there. I would like you to get part of my Puppet Master program. I'd like to get you up to $10,000 a month. Okay, auto income. You drove by the Wendy's the other day. Why didn't you ask yourself, why don't you own it? See, I believe you've been driving by your opportunity your whole life. I wrote the first book on long-term answer car washes 40 years ago. Even payphones, even printing. Oh, I had an Apple printing. You got Sir Speed and Pip. We got all this fun stuff. See, I like making money, but I don't want to run the business. All right, I don't want to be inside running the business. I don't think you do it too. How about a management company runs it for us? So if you take that picture today, what do? You laminate it. You put it in color on your refrigerator, your desk at work. There's your screensaver. There's the goal. They nicknamed me the Godfather of Credit years ago. Why? Ay, ay, ay. But on KNX Radio, about 50 years now. Here's about 42 million of credit, just for the fun of it. There's about 62 million of credit cards on dashboards because we have to understand something. Our structure builds finance. Structure builds credit and builds the ability to build the dream. Problem most people do is they screw it up. They don't know what they're doing. It's amateur hour. So if you want to listen and learn today, that would be fantastic. All right, what are we going to do? We're going to help you get past go. You see, I look at it this way. You're at the racetrack. You're standing, you're in the Lamborghini like I used to in the race cars. We're waiting for the green light. We're stuck. We got to wait for the green light. So I think you're stuck because you're getting ready to go if you want to. But it's up to you. In the beginning, I'll say no pictures of recording because you're wasting the time to take that. Certain things that matter, other things that don't. See it, believe it, go get it. I was 12 and a half years old when I wrote that down. I was at the Torrance Library next to the Torrance Police Department. I wrote down, see it, believe it, pray, go get it. And that's what I did. See, for me, I do the impossible because I'm not one of the few. I'm not one of the many. What am I going to be? What did I brainwash myself? I'm one of the few, not one of the many. I don't want to be like you. I don't want you to be like me. I want you to run your own race. I've accomplished every goal I ever had, every goal. First million in the corporate structure, 14 and a half years old, not possible, but I did it. First billion, 21. Second billion, 2.6 billion, 26. 3.7 billion, 2009. There's me in 1981. It's only 13 feet off the ground. Kicked the light out, by the way, 2 steps, and there I go. But I kicked the door jam at 10, and the back to a hoop I was 14. See, I accomplish goals. I'd like you to do the same thing. Is that okay? Everything you obtain should be known as a goodie. I don't want to have a goodie. I want to control the goodie. I want to be a puppet master. I don't want to own the goodie because when someone sues you, they want to sue me. No, 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 no. I'm going to build my future through the division process. Write down division process, please. I like mansions too. Do you like those? Those 5 islands in Huntington Harbor? My house. Largest U-dock in Huntington Harbor. 3 yachts in the backyard, 2 race boats in a Duffy, and a bunch of sea-doos. Is it okay? Where you park yours? You gotta have some fun. Okay. Winning the game of business. 1976, a long time ago, probably before some of you were even born, because you're probably 35 to 75 years old and you're disappointed right now. I believe you're disappointed. I believe you had a friend and family member knock you down and rip you off. I believe you're playing the up and down show in your personal credit. And the lack of knowledge is our stupidity. We're not stupid, but I think we fall a lot of stupid. If we all want to get a cowboy hat and act like we know what the hell we're doing, oh goody, or maybe a t-shirt and a cap backwards. Wow, I'm an expert. Yeah. I've never seen someone stupid in my life. Winning the game of business, 1976. I already have $1 million in the bank in that time, but I was driving a Lamborghini. I went to college, by the way, and then went to high school. I was 16. What did you do at 16? I wrote Cash Flow for Your Time in the book, Financial Freedom. I own the rights to those things, and people tend to steal that too. Next series is very simple. I wanted to write books for me because I wanted to write books for dummies. See, when I do something new, I feel stupid. I really do. It's like I got to learn something new. When I created the Blueprint of Success, and that's what was the next series, it was a book for every month of the year. So at the end of 1 year, I have $1 million company. I have foundation and finance. If you take that series today and you do everything it says to do in the process, by 1 year, you would have $1 million company. Well, that's going to be up to you if you follow through. Called what? The Blueprint of Success and the Millionaire's Founders Kit. No problem. You can take a picture now, and what happens is you'll find it online, maybe Amazon or even the TikTok shop. Okay, there you go. But now it's not $5,000 anymore. It's $499. Okay. And then I'm going to go to class, and you go, what do you get to do? You get stuck with me. See, when you're stuck with me, I'm going to read you the story. I'm going to go through page by page to make sure you don't screw up my book. Is that okay? Now there's me. I jumped up 2 feet. All right, just a 2-foot jump, booyah, kick the light. It's only 13 feet. Not possible. It's a mindset. You see, I look at it this way. If I can touch it, I can kick it. It says I can do splits every which way. If you could too, when you touch the basketball hoop, that's only 9 feet. The hoop. Okay, let's kick the hoop. Let's kick the basketball hoop. All right, that's 10 feet. Okay. It's easy. See, I think everything's easy when you know how to do it. But if you don't, that means you're going to kind of screw it up too. What do we do? 2026. Can you imagine? Let's do this today. Okay? Let's write down, okay, 2026. Today is very simple. It's November, okay, 24th. Okay, the 24th, okay? What happens today is your start date. I want you to start today, and I guarantee you in 90 working days you could have a 750 if you do everything you're told to do. If not, it might take up to 9 months, but it's going to be up to you as well. You've broken your promise to yourself almost every year of your life. You have that New Year's resolution. Oh, goody. And what did you do? Within about a week or two, you screwed up. We're going to do something different now. Ready to go? Ready? Come on, understand. You have an LLC. Fantastic. You got an LLP. Perfect. You have an S corporation. You have a C corporation. Maybe you have a nonprofit corporation. Maybe you have a PC. Stands for Professional Corp. Here's the type of corporations you can have. Now, in the beginning, I don't care what kind you have. What I care is you have one. So let's draw a square right here. Let's have some fun. And I need you to have 9 boxes below. 9, okay? I want you to understand today your banks are bankrupting 21,000 locations. Every credit card company has been settling lawsuits online all week and all last week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, settling. Capital One had to settle. Credit One had to settle. First Premier had to settle. All right, Wells Fargo, $2.1 billion settled. Okay, B of A, U.S. Bank, Chase. See, they settle before you get into the year because they write off on their taxes. That offsets taxes. They're screw-ups and they rip us off sometimes. That gets to offset their taxes and they get away with it. Because why? They're allowed to. Now over here, you're going to draw this here, over here, okay? Then we're going to put the word bank here. Bank. Okay? Now, the banks have branch numbers. Each location is a branch number. So they're building what's called a corporate umbrella. So understand, branch number means separate tax ID. Now, I'm not here to be CPA attorney, but I'd like to teach you how to play the game to win and what's in public domain. It's up to you as we play this game, okay? Now, your corporation you should have today, you pick what you want, should be literally a management company, management. Okay, that's what I want you to think about. You say you're an expert in real estate. If you had 3 LLC, or 1 LLC with 3 pieces of property, one screws up, you lose everything you got, and they sue you. Is that good or bad? if I take properties and I dissect them and put one in each division, I'm separating liability. So write down division process. What I created in 1985-86. It's called the line of defense. You're building your own corporate umbrella. This is the IRS right here, IRS, okay? So the IRS is here, and banks get to bankrupt locations, BK, 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 have their line of defense, and they get to keep all the assets and the money because they're doing tax balancing. You could do the same thing, but unfortunately you're just stuck because why? You don't know what you're really doing anyway, sorry. I think you're amateurs. Let's write down SS5 equals SSN equals 1040 tax return. Again, that's you. You're here. Okay, fantastic. Maybe there's two U's because you have you're married or something. Now, you became one, that's fantastic, but the difference is you could have had 3 divisions of you. You had 3 chances to try. Instead of trying, you bring the pain home. As long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you might as well be dead. That's what I've been saying for over 40 years. You buy a house, fantastic. Only one of you on the loan because it'd be stupid if you're both on the loan. Because if you lost the house, they report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. And all you care about is it's in the trust anyway, controlling the house. But the house should have been escrow closed homestead trust. Unfortunately, most of you don't know what a homestead is, and you sure in the hell didn't put it into a trust. So now we have a car, registered owner, a lien holder. See, we have to plan the problem. One of your divisions is going to be you. I have divisions known as Ray Reynolds. I'm Ray Reynolds. Okay, no problem. So when I sign a lease or on a building, I sign Ray Reynolds and I use my SS4. I never use my SSN. Every one of these entities, write down the word entity, SS4. All right, write down employer, okay? And then write down basically you. So let's understand something on the SS4 form. I'm going to show you an example. It says employer, entity, or you. It's a universal form they put together a long time ago. But again, you like being a duck and a sheep, that's okay through you. So here's our problem. If you're in a bumpity bump today, because you have to plan the problem, that means you're in a bumpity bump, you're at Sam's Club or something, and they bump you. Take pictures of everything, get a police report no matter what, because they're going to change their story after they leave. Then it'll be your fault. The story always changes. Then they're going to call them these bloodsuckers on TV or the billboards on the freeway. They're going to sue you because you're a registered owner. The register of a car should never be you. It should be a division. Let's write down planning the problem. Let's write down, okay, all right, you got to protect you and your family, and let's plan the problem. Now, today, your driver's license has a what? Home address on it. Mine's got P.O. Box. I call that stupid. Sorry, you're not stupid. You're just doing stupid. The insurance and registration of that car is your home address as well. That's called stupid again. And stupid again, and stupid again, and stupid again. What we have to do is protect our privacy. In a bumpity bump. Now, online, you're going to see, well, you can only write off so much of the core. That guy's an idiot. There's 4 of them. I call them stupid. Because he should be telling you the truth. We don't care about the damn write-off. What we care about is the liability of the car in a bumpity bump. You see, the Lamborghinis were never mine. They had divisions of corporations. Bum, bum, bum. Why would you want a car in your name? That's called stupid, okay? House should be brought to the trust anyway. But again, what do? See, every one of you had the chance to basically have 3 chances to try. This one screws up. I can disconnect, I say incorporate. So does this one here. The bank, oh my goodness, what did they do? If you have a bad location, you get to do the same thing. See, you forgot one thing. It's called We the People, the Constitution and Bill of Rights. You've had the right to protect you since day one, but you don't want to listen. You like to follow sheep and ducks going blah, 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 blah. And that happens every day. Let's get past go. Is that okay? Now, we all have a sad story to tell. Nobody gives a crap. Nobody cares I was born in a taxi, you have a trash can, got used and abused as a kid. Nobody gives a crap. They never did, they never will. So if we repackage you like Humpty Dumpty, we're going to put you back together again my way, because I think your way sucks. Okay, now building a legacy. Let's look at the Gettys. Let's look at the Rockefellers. They were the greatest ones. I love the Rockefellers. Hiltons, all right? So they structure their businesses so they don't have to pay tax with their children because they don't inherit anything. They work for their legacy. Can you imagine Husband and wife, great people together, fantastic. And they keep using the word and. Okay, one passes away. Okay, the word and is stupid. The word or is brilliant. Okay, let's pretend we're planning to live and die, because that's what I teach people to do anyway. He dies, he's in a better place. Okay, that's what we believe, no problem. But now she's got to sign something, and the bottom line is everything they did was and. He can't sign because he's on the other side of the world. He's on the side in heaven, right? If they would have used the word or, they wouldn't have to worry about and. Or. Maybe you'll think about that today. If we build a legacy, all right, we don't have to actually inheritance anything. We don't have to change an asset and charge ourselves tax and get instructed in probate. I think probate's kind of stupid, but that's just my opinion. But I've been studying Rich and Famous since I was a kid. Okay, here's chapter 18. Can you pay attention today? Chapter 18, let's focus on this. I'm not here, like I said, legal advice or accounting, not to do that. Not here to be an attorney, to show you public record. Here's a corporation's a legal person. It's right there, I'll circle it for you. No problem. Now, if a corporation's a legal person, any entity, listen to the word entity. Any entity under the corporation is an entity. So if a corporate umbrella is born, you can actually create an entity under the corporation and actually have that be the liable party. Okay. Now, I'm being with Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell, as a kid, 3 years old to 9.5 years old, and that's just what it is. She has a poker game on Wednesday. I listened to the words, and they said a corporation's a legal person. I was 7.5, didn't know any better. I taught myself how to read when I was 2.5 years old to memorize everything. Okay. I went to the Torrance Police Department the next day on my little bicycle. And what did I do? The library next door. I went to the library next door. Man, what does this mean? She was rude too. She walked away, she was rude. 5 minutes, here's a mark, here's a buck. Oh, goody. I want you to understand, if you have a corporation today, the truth. Online, it says your name as the officer. You're on the bank account, and if they sue the corp, they sue you. You're a duck and a sheep. Somebody tells you that's not true, they're lying to you. Now, the next problem I had when I was 9.5, all right, is the bottom here, it says not required to file. That form said husband and wife and partner at the time, and it was wrong anyway. So what do we get to do? Now, I did one thing. I sent away $10. You got $10? Oh, by the way, now, after that time I was 9.5, it was $10. It costs $30 today. Do you have $30? So again, the corporation's a legal what? Most of you spend thousands of dollars for a piece of paper that's actually free. You pay a little filing fee, and you didn't learn diddly squat. And you, man, if you let your wife know this, I hope she kicks your assets. Because you want the easy way out. You want to hire an attorney. He or she's practicing law. Someday they'll get it right. Well, you're the guinea pig. I got named in the movie Dave. What do we do? I started joining County Blind Center. I started getting these things in the mail. In the 70s and 80s, we got credit cards in the mail without applying for credit. So did corporations. And they just sent it to us and activate the card and ready to go. Whee! When I did Orange County Blind Center, I got named in a lawsuit because I used the word Braille. Here's your lie to yourself, and I think that people lie to you about this too. Okay? Corporation protects you, that's not true. You sign for the car, you sign for the building, you sign the lease, and you sign for the credit card. A division of you could actually do the signing versus you being you, but that's your problem. You follow ducks and sheep. If they sue the corp, they're going to sue you because you signed things. You guaranteed it, by the way. The next thing you have to understand, most people, I got an LLC, right? I don't have a corporation. Because they've fallen stupid. Here's the book. Every corp, LLC, LLP, whatever you got, SC, whatever, they have minutes and bylaws. This is the Bible of the corporation. And if it's an LLC, it has owner's certificates. You're the managing member. It says certificate of ownership. You have it in your possession. In a deposition, 3 questions, you're the duck and sheep. There you go. Once you walk around going, bah, bah, I'm a sheep, I'm a duck. Kind of sucks. Today, this is your assignment. Every seminar, workshop, and every boot camp I've ever done, I made people work. We're not going to have all these people tell about their story and go blah, blah, blah while you spend $10,000 and listen to a bunch of BS. Everybody goes through hell. Your assignment is sos.whateverstateyouin.gov. Check your corporation today. You get email at home because you use your home address. That's called stupid. You're not stupid. So you just told the world where you live. Knock it off. change it, mailbox, etc. You're going to create a line of defense. You're not going to be a duck and a sheep anymore when I'm done with you. We're going to play my way. My way is very simple. We're going to accomplish the goal, build the finance, and have the American dream and offset our taxes. Let's write it down. Borrow money is not taxable. Borrow money is not taxable. Okay, let's understand that. We're going to grow the business off of its own lines of credit. We're going to position ourselves to get credit because it's a legal person as well as we are. We can play the game to win. My dashboard's in 1987. Now, let's go back in time. I'm Ray Reynolds. I trained Ken Yarborough when he was in TRW. He became a superior in 96, and I was working with him in the 70s and 80s, okay? Even we wrote a book in 1987. I didn't like the book. I can start a credit file today by SSN and SS4 right there. Credit file. I'd like to start a cash report for you. If you have a corporation today, I'd like to start the cash report, Sperry, Treasury, and Equifax. Just give me the tax rate, I'll set up the report, and I'll build you a bunch of credit if you want me to. It's going to be up to you. So what I'm going to tell you flat out is this. Using our address here separates the piece. So what does this mean? Okay? When you build your credit to your address, and let's say it's all screwed up or good or bad, okay, the address is screwing you up if you don't know that. It's simple. As I help Yarborough understand the oldest card and the 29% rule. All credit cards fluctuate but two. When you think you have a $10,000 credit card like this one here, and you jacked it up, you got stuck, you can't get it anymore. You think it's worth $10,000, it's only worth $2,800, $2,900, that's it. Here's a 50. You want 2 of these or 10 of these? 10 of these. The oldest card, and then I created the 29% rule. See, all the dashboards say below 30. Credit Karma kept saying 42% during the pandemic. I was going to sue them again because that was called BS. They're just guessing. All dashboards say below 30, but the goal is 29%. If you take a card past 29%, your score drops. You're in the yellow, and 50% you're in the red. But you're going to have an excuse. I had an emergency, Ray. What do I do? These don't fluctuate. They're unlimited to $1 million. All right, pay over time or 100,000. So if we can learn rules and tools, you can quit being a duck and a sheep. Because when they sue you, you better a damn well duck. So let's go back to SS what? N. You filled out a form, all right, if you were born, all right, based on my era, like in the 50s and 60s. You signed a form called SS5. They got you your SSN and create your 1040 tax return. When you got your first paycheck, and every check you get now is a paycheck, you're going to look, where's my money? Well, the employer told you. The IRS gets their cut, you get the leftover. You did the job, they get their cut first, you get the leftover. That's how it works. See, they get us coming and going. In other words, we're born, we get an SSN, SS5, and then when we die, it's the time of death. It's at the hospital too. So let's understand what has to happen today. You can only get one SSN. The SS4, that form says right in front of you, application for employer, entity, or you. It was designed to be a universal form, by the way, but it's going to be up to you to understand that too. Here's that corporation again. If a corporation is set up correctly, okay, come on. When you file it, it's illegal. It's right there. It's right there. I'm not here to be CPA attorney, but it's right there. Supreme Court deemed it to be a legal person to receive money and not pay tax if it's profitable. That's how you receive money as a corporation, no tax due to you profitable. SSN, SS5, that's you getting taxed before you get your money. Okay, if we set this up correctly, now I've had variations of winning the credit game. Winning the credit game, I wrote the first one 40 years ago to help people as well. What do we do? If I look at the form, and I want you to pay attention to this, the SS5 is in the corner. Now, if you didn't do this, that means mommy did it because Nixon took the gold standard out. The SS4 is right there. So if we look at SS4, SS5, it's like, hey, that's IRS all across the board. SSN, all right, 1040 tax return. Here's SS4. You get an 1120 tax return, okay? If we understand something, let's understand this. You today could put your name on line 1. If, all right, you were sole proprietor or you had a division of a corporation. Corporation allowed you to name it after you if you wanted, as an attorney, CPA, or a doctor does all the time. But a division would be under you. What do we get to do? That division is your name. Make sense? What does it give us the choice to do? All right, it creates a certified CFO. Now that division could guarantee things or give credit or even sign on a lease. But again, we can't have any intent to do fraud. If you screwed up your credit here, you don't do this at the same time unless you sign a release from me saying you have no intent to do fraud. If not, I'd testify, get your court of law if you have the intent to do fraud anyway. So what do we get to do? It's a way to create cash flow, free up your time, what's in my book 1976 anyway, and now you can reduce some debt because most of you jacked it up anyway. For me, it was always, let's find a solution for a problem. Problem, solution. It says banking and credit purposes right there per entity. So again, I did this in 1987. All right, SSN, SS4, simple. We get to play the game. What you maybe don't realize, this is instant credit report. Kind of like you when you started your file for you, co-signer, authorized user, blah, blah, blah. You're an amateur then too because you're listening to silly people doing it wrong anyway. All right, the dashboard. The dashboard again. It allows an SSN or SS4 right there on the behalf of, listen carefully, a person, a corporation, a division, or subsidiary. Okay? This is an instant credit file. It is set up correctly because maybe you don't get that. This is a credit file like the corporation gets credit as well. So does the division because the division is what? A legal person. Again, public record shows you that. Now, here's the division of me. It maintains a 757 and above all the time. But I have several divisions of me. I don't just have one. I want to make sure I have a backup for a backup. As my professor said years ago, Ray, you're paranoid. You're damn right I am. I'm afraid of the boogeyman and the boogie woman because guess what? They're going to take my goodies. So always I want to take your goodies. If I set up a division of you today, and I did this for you, let's understand what happens. If I do a division for you, okay, and let's say we're going to do a division over here for you, and let's call it a division of me, okay, no problem. I would put a credit card on that as a dummy card. That's our first one. You have the credit report set up. Then I would show you how to create supply credit to turn it into cash. See, some people have maxed out their credit and they're trying to get past go. Well, sell something, drive Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, or whatever you got to do, or reduce debt. There's always a solution for the problem. So if I get you a card, does that be okay? Let's take a picture of this. This is basically what I did after coma. We went to Best Buy, instant credit account, $25,000. I need the computer, I need the bag, and I want these Visa gift cards. Then I want to turn around and get this little square thing goes in my phone. As long as you know what you're doing, you won't screw it up. If you screw it up, you're going to hold that money for 7 months. It kind of screws you up if you don't know what you're doing. Now, because I turned supply, listen carefully, into cash, I had about 53,000 of that cash. I'll tell you, the average person, about 21,000. So cash, supply turning to cash, you could probably reduce your debt. Would that be okay? If you learn to do tax balancing and balance your debt, because right now you're doing Crazyville instead. Here's applications 18 years ago. 18 years ago, I'm pushing creditors because I'm an affiliate. And what do I get them to do? Every cash application for the last 18 years, I believe all of them, have division right there. It's right there. You don't know what it's there for. It's because I got them to do this as a division. That division of you can get a card. There's 11 cards you can get under that division of you called cash credit. What do we get to do? So what happens if we use my address here, it separates the problem where you have your problem over there. And with Rapid Rescore, and Rapid Refresh, I created those 48 years ago for mortgage companies and everything that's going out there anyway. Working with Harold Stokes and Ken Yarn, well, for the fun of it. Okay, alternative address, what do we do? This means a division of you today, within 90 days if you do what you're told, I'll say 9 months because you might be slow following through, okay, can basically guarantee a credit card, a house, and a franchise. The goal is to never bring the pain home. Got it so far? If we played the game. So that Lamborghini right there, all right, the payment's $6,800 a month when we obtained it. It's about $10,000 a month to run a Lamborghini if you don't know this. Here's the keys. Boom, boom, boom. It was actually purchased as a division. So let's understand, that means a division purchased that Lamborghini. A division of me guaranteed it. So again, I didn't let the liability go to the corporation. Because when they sue that, they sue you. That's called silly and dumb too. If we have a line of defense and I can't save it, all right, I'm going to look up the world of what it says bankruptcy. I looked at bankruptcy through Google, public record. It says I can bankrupt SSN, SS4. I don't need to be the duck or sheep anymore. Neither do you. So as I set up the structure of this, I have the 3-step. That means I can disconnect, isolate, and incorporate in case I have a bad piece. See, your bank's bankrupt locations have bad pieces. They're bankrupting 21,000 right now. The grocery stores, the laundromats, whatever happens, everything has a number to it. And again, we get rid of a piece, keep the other good pieces. There's no reason to really be stressed when you have a solution. See, when you have a solution, you understand I don't have to be stressed. Stress kills people, and most people are stressed out every day. So a division setup. If I set up the division for you, corporation, I'm going to hand you the articles for free. I've been giving articles of corporation for free for 49 years. They're free. You pay your filing fee. Profit, $100 on average. If it's not profit, $30. You decide what you want to do. Again, depends if you're on a budget or not. I'm going to gain the tax ID for you. Okay. I'm going to do a division setup and then set up the credit reports. Sparing, Treasurer, and Equifax. I'm going to put a dummy card on that as well. Now, this is basically set up for you, and I'll teach you how to do it on your own. That's fine. It's $1,000. Okay? Not cheap, but usually we charge up to $10,000 to do it anyway. How's that? Using our address, no problem. And on top of this, I'm having a 2-hour workshop. Okay? The 2-hour workshop is going to be in this next week or so. So if you wanted to do this today, and you want the 2-hour workshop, I'm going to hold your hand through the process, how to get supplied to cash. Hold your hand, show you every way, and even the application. Then the total is $1,999. It's $2,000. Now, if you did this while we're talking now, okay, and you do it during the broadcast I'm live, I can give you a discount to $1,500. But if you do it now, call the office and then you got to work with them. Okay, I don't get a paycheck or a commission, so there are others I can give it away that way. Let's watch. If I add you to my accounts on my dashboard, okay, let's watch what happens. Okay, the SSN and SS4 is optional. Personal credit is optional. Okay, I'll need it in 90 days. The corporate credit, like this, basically employee card, expense card, American Express or White, I have 90 days as well. So within 3 months, I have to give them an SSN or SS4. Okay, I'd rather give another SS4 versus SSN, but it's up to you. It's right there. So we could position this correctly. Now, the next thing is you have to think about how many divisions do I need into a business? What does that mean? Let's pretend you're an expert in real estate. You say you are. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and you're going to have 9 houses. If all 9 houses are an LLC, one sues you, screws you up, you're dead. It's over. If we get 9 loans, understand this is 9 loans, okay? Each one of these had a loan from the bank. Okay, so we know we have to have 9 divisions to get 9 loans, okay? If I take a credit card from American Express as an example, they'll offer you 99 more cards, 99. I think that's crazy. I think we should get 9, okay? So 9 cards. So let's understand, that means we need 9 divisions for 9 lines of credit and 9 divisions for 9 locations of a house or a product. This equals 18 divisions. So your minimum is 18 because this creates $100,000 a month income to the corporation. Then you can decide what your paycheck is. Your paycheck should be based on your lifestyle and income so you can break even. Lifestyle is your income. Your income is your lifestyle, correct? That's how it works. So we could play the game to win. Now, 9 is 18, 18 is 36, 36 is 72, and on and on. Let's understand, this is in my books 40 years ago. I'm the guy that created division process in 85, 86. Corporation division, 3, 2, and 1 more. That's 16 divisions under that, and make subdivisions, obtained up to $16,000, no, 16 million, I'm sorry. 16 million of credit. Using my first series I put out there in 1976 when I was 16 years old, winning the game of business. So if I get you personal cards, remember something. If these fluctuate and you jack them up, you get stuck. Good people screw up all the time. Now, what are you going to do? They measure you by a credit score and it sucks. Well, these are the ones you should have jacked up because they don't fluctuate. So you don't have to bring your score down. Bringing your score down, it's hard to get it back up and away again. So what do? American Express offers 99 more cards. It's right in your face, right there. I don't want 99. I want 9. Simple. If I get 1 card for 100,000 and I get 9 sister cards, does that equal $1 million of credit? The answer is yes. There's only 10 applications I want to play with anyway. If I do all 10, that gets up to, what, $10 million of credit in about 36 months. But you'd have to follow through every step of the way. Now, I lease 12 feet at a time. I'm not in a shared office space. You get to lease 12 feet period from my office. That's it. 12 feet. And then you can go in circles all day long if you want to. Now that 12 feet, understand, all right, I can only lease 99 more people, 99 at the total, because I can only get 99 cards. We have about 59 positions available, 59. So you could actually be the next one in the 59 pieces to get 12 feet if you want to. That'll help your new file as well, but it's going to be up to you as we play this game to win. Next, let's understand. If I'm going to do a blueprint loan or get you checkbook money, okay, and get you an escrow, we're going to use my address because the bank logs into my accounts to help you, and they want to make sure they verify for this address here. We are a certified address, so there's no bumpity bump. So the bottom line is pretty simple to do as we play this game, okay? Escrows. Escrows for next year, and that's what the goal should be as we play this game. I want you to think. Think is very simple. It takes 38 steps to reach a goal, 38 steps. I have to hear something 8 times to process. That's how it works. So I want you to write it down again and again and put it here. Your brain is a recording device. Winning the game of business. My problem I had for myself is going through the bumps up and what happens in life. It tries to knock you down and kill you sometimes. I went to this event. Now let's go back to when I was 17 and a half. I'm driving a Lamborghini, Orange Coast College. I got 19 houses. I don't know what to do, corp to corps at the time. Now they're division process because I developed that later on. Now, I went to this payphone event, no problem. It's like David's here. David's a client for 30 years. David's been around. He follows me all the time. He won't do everything that I tell him to do, but David's been here forever. All right? I don't want to give his last name because David knows who I'm talking about. We could play the game to win. So what do? I went to the payphone event. I'm listening. And the speaker says every payphone is $1,600, all right, paid in full. It's a route. You get a route. It's already installed, ready to go. Okay. All right, but they make $300 a month. So if I spend $300 a month of profit and it costs $1,600, how many months does it take to get to a break-even point? See, numbers don't lie, only people lie. I stood up in that room and said, I'll take 10. I used Security Pacific Bank, said, I'll take 10. I'm using corporate credit to finance it to get that income. See, you don't steal from yourself. You actually create the debt, offset the taxes. I'll take 10. Now, I kept going back and forth again and again, and what happened, some people kept complaining. One lady, she was really, oh my goodness. She complained it only made $280 as an average. Who cares? It made some money. You'd do a damn thing anyway. So I bought her routes and kept buying routes and routes and routes. I knew it was a numbers game. By the time I was down, we had 22,000 payphones. It's about $6.6 million a month. Is that okay? It's a numbers game. What should you be doing? I want you to take my first series I put out in 1976, Winning the Game of Business, maybe seriously today. What do? Here's your problem. Your problem is you. I'm going to tell you to write down 3 things, and I pray that you do. Credit, money, and time. That's what I'd like you to write down. Credit, money, and time. Not enough time, no money, no credit, you're dead. There you go. Simple. That's how it works. Today, you have the ability to rebuild you. What does this mean? I'm going to increase your credit limits. And there's 2 things you can do on a credit card. You can reduce the debt by paying it down or increase the limits. All you can do. All right, you got to get it to 29%. I'm going to analyze your credit. This is an analyzation. This is the heartbeat of your credit. It's on all the dashboards. I'm going to get you up to 200 points, usually 90 working days. If you don't do what you're told, it'd take up to 9 months. Here's 146 points, 156 points from a 479. Again, and again. Here's another one for a 163. See, we're going to do credit rebuilding, not credit repair, because credit repair is a fraud. How about 122 points? You see, you're going to get the class. You're not going to fall in your wine. You're going to pay attention and follow through. What a concept, huh? Then I want you to have 100,000 in personal credit. Why? I want you to get, let me get you 9 or 10 of these. 9 or 10 of these, okay? So again, what do we get to do? We get to play. Again, I don't want 2 of these. I want 9 or 10 of these. As we play this game to win, understand something. We're going to cut out all the crap you kind of waste your money on. Here's what I did for me. If I use 29% of $100,000, that's $29,000. That leaves me $71,000 of safety to take care of my family. See, it takes a year maybe to get past the crap that we go through. Day, week, month, or year. I just want to get past go. That's the ultimate goal for me, is play the game to win. 18 divisions. If I have a division and I have 9 lines of credit, 9 locations, that's the ultimate goal. Okay? But I need you to listen and follow through. It's like David's case, because he's here. I'm going to talk about him a little bit. He never filed his tax returns. So he can't fill out that 4506T or C for American Express. That's a danger zone. Again, you have to be a real person to file tax returns. If not, they're in charge anyway. If David ever did that, poppity pop like he did for his son and his mom too. Simple. We could play the game if he wants to. Now, $100,000 of credit, corporate credit. Borrow money is not taxable. Do I want to use the blueprint loan or the checkbook money? Which do I want to put into an escrow? For instance, if I get $100,000 of credit per division times 9 plus the parent company, that's $1 million of credit. My first storage unit about years and years ago with my ex-father-in-law. Simple. Each of us got our corporations, and what do we get to do? Very simple. We get to share a piece. So that means my cut every month and his cut was $17,350. Our corporation absorbs the money. That's what needs to be done. We offset the taxes and what we get to do. So again, I want you to understand. I think your screw up is you're trying to be an entrepreneur. Why don't we own the piece of the Wendy's restaurant, the storage unit, the laundromat, something? I've wrote books on all these things for 40 plus years. Why don't we get auto income? Take your picture. These are the things that I've played with for over 10 years. Okay, so those are storage unit, EV charging stations as well, gas stations with stores and all kinds of fun stuff. I'm going to say auto income expert because that's what I am. Very simple. I'll help you too if you want to. What do we do? Would you like to own 25% of that car wash? There you go. But again, you don't have to go there and run it. The goal is to have a management company, and that's what they have. What do we do? How about another one? How about a Burger King? Why don't you walk into Wendy's today and say, can I talk to the owner? Good luck. It's a management company. We even put things in escrow called ugly. Simple. So the vice president of the company, his name is Santos. I promoted him to that years ago. We usually have about 10 projects a week for almost everybody who wants to play. And they're going to write a check to an escrow. They don't write a check to us, so we don't want that damn money ever. That'd be a Ponzi. Enough people are Ponzi's out there anyway. If I line you up, position you correctly, and I offer this opportunity for you is very simple. The ability to own a piece of something. For instance, this represented 21 cars at the time. Okay, and about what? Buildings and all kinds of goodies, about 2.2 billion in real estate. What is our goal? 1,013 divisions, 1,013. That's the goal. So I want you to take another picture this time. I want you to pay attention. If you allow me to create an auto income situation for you, this would be 9 divisions, 9 lines of credit, and then 9 locations of something, 9 locations. That's where you can create up to $100,000 a month, by the way. Okay, each one of these will position between $5,000 to $10,000 each as it goes up and away, and that's the ultimate goal. Your goal should be write down financial freedom in my book, literally in 1976, and cash flow for your time. Simple. There's your future. If you would have did this a long time ago, you wouldn't have wasted $50,000 to $100,000 screwing it up anyway. Again, are you going to keep your New Year's resolution or blow it again? It's going to be up to you. I'll help you and I'll hold your hand. We'll sing Kumbaya. What do? Simple. We have over 50 escrows lined up next year of over $1 billion. Would you like to play? All you have to do is write a check from the line of credit I set up for you into an escrow. And then we're going to manage it and have it managed for you anyway. But again, you own a piece. There's 1,000 steps to millionaire status. It's in the Millionaire's Founders Kit, 12 books, 12 CDs. It's simple. Now, as David and other people have seen me for years, over 30, 40 years, I'm online up to 6 days a week, always have been. I was at the Bonavitch every Wednesday night, 7 p.m., Long Beach Marriott, Orange County, Ontario. 4 events every week, people around the hotel getting a hold of me. No problem. And what happens, I sold that for $5,000 a set. Today, we got to realize we all go through crap. All right, there's me in 2009 in a coma. We took out one of the yachts in the backyard the night before, on July 4th, watched the fireworks with 72 people. Middle yacht, why not? Okay. Next day, I'm in a coma. I get to die and come back being broke because someone stole my goodies. It kind of sucks. What do? Ron steals books and CDs. Tom sells my websites and phone numbers to a porn site. They are the highest bidder with 50 million people in the database. Who do you trust today? Again, what do? So if you want 2026 to be the year you want, that's my 50th year, and it's my last time I'm going to be helping people because I have my other coaches going to do it for you. So if you get into my coaching now, you're stuck with me. If not, getting stuck with them, that's okay. You'll do pretty good. But if you want the original, it's going to be me, but it's going to be up to you too. So what did we do? Well, July 4th, 2009, everything I touch turns to gold, 100,000 to a million to a billion. Okay. Google the address. You'll find I'm telling you the truth. Every yacht and race boat always said the RayReynoldsUniversity.com. There you go. I got to die at 541. That kind of sucks. Got to come back. And you know what? Everything got stolen. That kind of sucks. The nurse did ask my wife if I was a donor. All right? The difference is I got a choice to come back. So the machine went beepity beep again. What do? This man says he lost his job. If that's true, he wouldn't be wearing his jammies with a stupid sign in front of him. He'd go to the church for the food and he'd go get a job. This guy is lazy. He's milking the system. See, there are certain people who really need help. This guy doesn't even need to get off his butt for being lazy. He's get $210 a day. That's what he's doing every day. It's free money. Why would he get a job you get handed to him? Get him a job. Get him a job. Go drive Uber, Lyft, DoorDash. I had 12 garage sales when I came out of coma. I got cited 3 times in Huntington Beach. The neighbor kept ratting me out. Typical people. So what happens? Very simple. I have my 3 divisions of me and my 5 closet divisions. Very simple here. I built $1 million of credit in 6 weeks. I bought my next wife, or my wife, her dream house. Okay, simple. See, there's no reason to stay down. I moved 24 times by the time I'm 11.5 years old. Kind of sucks. I've actually been shot with a gun 3 times and a knife 6 times. We have no excuses. Okay, the reality is it's very simple. Okay, it's always good. That's what I've been saying since I was 2.5 years old. Always good. Why? Thank you, Jesus. He gave me another day. That's the goal. See, every day is a gift. I've been in 2 comas in my life so far. Again, what do we get to do? We get to play the game. So again, SS5 equals SSN and 1040 right in front of you again. You get 1 to your tax return. That's it. All you get 1. We the people. Constitution right, Bill of Rights. Okay. Look at your card. Usually it says on the back, do not laminate, do use for ID purposes. All right, you don't carry with you, and you keep screwing that up anyway. If we compare it to the SS4, it says employer right there, entity or you. It's a universal form, by the way. You could actually structure it correctly and make sure you don't bring the pain home. But what did you do instead? You sit at the kitchen table. Honey, we're going to start a business with our friends and family right here. We're going to jack it up. We're going to drop our score, get stuck, can't get any more. We're going to hawk our house. We're going to bring the pain over you, me and you are going to be stupid. That's what you did. The lack of knowledge makes people do stupid all the time. And the reality is no one's teaching you the truth besides me. But I'm online 6 days a week. Why don't we stop bringing the pain home? Let's never do that again. Is that okay? So if you have a collection item, there's 5 ways to kill a debt. You got a problem with the IRS, go to their website, irs.gov. They have a special form called 656 too. You could actually repackage you. The NACB certified me as the #1 consultant worldwide. I'm the guy that created the 29% rule. 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. Very simple to understand. Never bring the pain home. Now, I'd like the next generation not to screw up like we did. We all screwed up, okay? I'd like the next generation not to screw up. This is a free book, Starting Out Right, for all the kids in high school and college. It's free. You can get it from Amazon, the TikTok shop, all these other pieces as well. And you can get it for free. You can scan it. This teaches them how to set up their credit file, which I actually offer for free to everybody in high school and college anyway. Let me set up the file for you. Let me get you your first credit card. And we're not going to listen to the 6 ding-dongs on social media saying, you need a capital insecure card. No, you do not. You need to let me do it with no inquiry at all. It's very simple. If not, it's an open sky card. It's called Capital Bank. Again, $2,200 on it, $25, spend it. That's all you got to do. There's no reason that anybody has bad credit because if they plan the problem, they wouldn't make their friends and family and their children the ducks and sheep. But they do that every day, unfortunately. So what do? Write it down. All cards fluctuate but 2. All cards fluctuate but 2. So if we understand the gold and platinums do not fluctuate, we need to maximum up to $1 million if that's what had to be done. Paid over time limit up to $100,000. And they're the ones that are going to give you a blueprint loan up to $250. So you can maintain $750 and never bring the pain home if you want to. What are we using? Ray's rules and tools. What I've been teaching and preaching for 49 years. Credit repair. Federal Trade says it's a fraud. They said they're not allowed unless they can't collect money up front unless they have a bond or a nonprofit. It's right there. All right, Credit Repair Organization Act. So they indicted Daniel from Credit Repair Cloud, the largest blah blah out there. Okay. So understand today, if we want to, you take a picture of this. This is winning the credit game. It's been set up many times over the years, creditors and credit bureaus. I wrote it 40 years ago. It's free download for everybody as well. Winning the credit game. Take a picture, download it, get a copy. From there, you got people on social media going, oh, you need a collection account. If you got this, let me take this call. Let me tell you how to do this. It's his daughter. It's a phony call. Give them a copy of Debt Crisis Intervention. Give them a copy of the Fair Debt Collection Practice. Teach them what they can really do for themselves. Not a bunch of blah, blah, blah. Credit Karma today should be fired. They've been indicted 6 times. They don't have a Sperian, which you need, because banks pull a Sperian.com. So understand, they should be fired. That's just my opinion. Analytical 750 has all 3 agencies. And also Chase wants to pull all 3. There you go. So take a picture, scan it, sign up today. It's $25 a month. It's even cheaper than doing Sperian.com, by the way. And if you're part of LifeLock, be careful. They've been indicted 6 times as well. Their last indictment's $100 million. They're a fraudster anyway, in my opinion. And what do we have to do? They're going to analyze you the first time for free. They're going to tell you what to do every 46 days. And then they're going to set up your Sperian, Treasurer, and Equifax business reports in Dun & Bradstreet. They're going to help you every step of the way. That app is going to be at the Apple Store coming this next year. You might want to play with them too. Now, I got to analyze all of you. That's the goal. I get to tell you exactly what needs to be done. A rapid rescore can block crap and push score up and away. That'll help you too. Today, to get you a 750 score, it's going to take 3 months, 6 months to a year. That's right, because I need you to listen and learn, do what you're told to do. I'd like to hand you 10,000 in credit. Would that be okay, 10,000? All right, I want you to spend $1,000 and I want to give you 10,000 back. I want you to get 10 times your money back. There you go. From there, it's a credit rebuild. All right, what do? All right, we get a rapid rescore. Paralegals will help you literally for 9 months for free. While you're on the broadcast with me, it's $9.99 today. But again, I want to give you 10 times your money back, give you 10,000 in credit. There you go. From here, the goal is never to bring the pain home. And I got to line you up to be a CFO, Chief Financial Officer. That would be the ultimate goal. If you allow me to obtain your credit report today through Analytical 750, it'll onboard you. Then I can tear it apart right away and tell you what you need to do. Every Friday and Saturday, I analyze people and help exactly what needs to be done next. Anybody can get a 750 in 90 working days. But again, maybe it's going to take you 6 months to a year because you need to follow through and maybe reduce a debt or two. But again, it's going to be up to you. If you help me help you and other people, what does this mean? Today, when you say I don't have any money, that's to me, it's BS. Why? You can actually give us referrals and we'll pay down what? It'll give you 10%. All right, back to you, check or Zelle, or basically buy a store credit. So you can actually work your product and get up to $1 million corporation as well. Billy did it, so can you do it too? So the Reynolds University, the ultimate goal. I think you're stuck. And it's like when I'm driving and I'm racing the cars. Racing the cars, the motorcycles, or the boats. Number 8's my lucky number. I was born on the 8th. I'm at the stop. I'm ready for the green light to go. I'm stuck. I got to get past go. Lamborghinis, Duffys, mansions, goodies. White men do jump, stupid people say we don't. More Lamborghinis. All right, race boats, helicopters, U-Dogs, yachts, and Ferraris too. I call this Ray's rules. We have the ability to play the game as long as we see it. We believe it, we go get it. There's the goal. The goal for me is whatever you do with me, you're stuck with me up to 6 days a week anyway. Especially classes on Friday and Saturday, starter package, okay. You have a corp, let me build that one. Let me add history. Let me give you 10,000, 25,000. Let me give you 25,000 in credit today, okay? Normally you're gonna charge $2,500, give you 10 times as much. I'll analyze your personal credit, business credit, add history. I'll actually set up the credit reports for your corporation and get ready to pop credit right away. But again, that's $2,500 for $25,000. Today, it's $2,000 and you get the $25,000 credit. But if you did it right away, I'm giving you $50. I'm doubling the number to get you to get off go because I think you're stuck. See, your problem is you need to get motivation. You got to go get it. This is Zelle. Take a picture of Zelle. I'm always going to say Zelle, 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 now, and always good. The choice is up to you. If you Zelle, listen very carefully to my words. If you Zelle $1,000 plus today during the webinar only during the webinar, and you put your phone number in the message of that Zelle, I'm going to give you a 15-minute phone call for free. But again, you can call 800-254-9506. All right, the specialists are waiting for you now anyway. Use a card. They will charge you 5% more. If you want to go to classes on Friday and Saturday, you take a picture here and you scan it. You put the word yes. That allows me to email me or email you or text you. That's pretty simple as well. So if you want to go to class and learn from me, it's very simple to do. What do? We get Passco and get a bunch of goodies. I like goodies. So the Ray Reynolds University, all right, Ray Reynolds what? Financial Services and me going to repackage you. If you take the credit that I billed you, if you do what you're told. Borrow money is not taxable. What does that mean? You're going to buy your lifetime income. Lifetime income should be a fourplex apartment complex, a Wendy's or a Jack in the Box, something like that. All right, so you get to play the game to get an auto income forever. If we do this correctly, you don't have the problem that I had in 1988. In 1988, they're shrinking my credit limits. I got $53 million of credit cards. It freaked me out. All right, what did I do? I wrote another book called Buckets of Money. So I found out in the library, always going to the library all the time, C-191, can loan out money, corporation for private people. Okay, no problem. So my solution for the problem was create a matrix of 4.6 million. That's $190,000 a month, by the way. The notes behind that were $1.1 billion, by the way. I created what's called Homestead Blocker, UCC when a child mortgage, and the assignment of mortgage since in 1989. You want to play yet? Let me know. We're going to play to win the game of business. If we take the credit and we build you auto income, for you personally 100,000, business corporation, and auto income for you, you're going to learn how to leverage money next. Leveraging money to more money and bigger lines of credit. If today you need 25,000 of credit today, 25,000. The office normally is going to charge you $2,500, about 10%. If this was done today, it's $19.99, you save $500. If you Zelle, you save 10% off the Zelle. If you did it during the webinar with me, that means before I'm done talking, okay, I'm going to double that to 50,000. I'm going to double it if it's Zelle, now. If it's not, call the office, pay the normal price. It's going to be up to you. Again, if you want 50,000 of credit, usually 5,000. Today it's 3,000. What do we do if you Zelle? You save 10% on that too. If you Zelle right away, I'm going to give you 100,000 of credit for that $29.99. But if you call the office during the webinar, you can work on that too. After the fact, the opportunity is gone. 100,000 of credit is usually 10%. It's 10 grand. No problem as we do all these pieces. Today, the discount was $5,000. 5,000 by Zelle only would get you 200,000 of credit today. Again, that's what you get to do. But if you don't want to do it that way, call the office, use a credit card. They will charge 5% on the card because that's what the bank charges us. So it's a Zelle, now, always good. There's your Zelle. There's a phone number to the office right away. 800-254-9506, the ultimate goal, how we play the game to win. Now, never forget a corporation's illegal what? It's right there in front of you. I'm not here to be sapient attorney, but I'm here to tell you about public record, what you can do for you. It's up to you as we play. If the corporation is filed now in the divisions, next year you'll be able to say it's on its second year. If you don't do that, then you kind of blew it. You have to wait the following year to do that. Time is everything. You're running out of time, by the way. So what do? Maybe you need that 12 feet of shared office space, not shared office space. Maybe you need 12 feet that you lease. You can register for your banks, and that's the ultimate goal as we play. Now remember, if I do a blueprint loan or partner with you, we're using this address here because it matches the bank account. Right? That's the ultimate goal as we do this every step of the way. From there, we have the choice to do Dun & Bradstreet. It's supply and vendor credit. Take a picture, scan it. That's for your corporation profit and nonprofit or both. So you should be working in conjunction anyway. I'm going to create a list for you. I'm going to give you the list and tell you what to do every 3 weeks. That's what I do to everybody. It's terrible, huh? Daily, weekly, and project list. I'm going to tell you what's next. The next step you need to do while I do most of the work anyway. I don't want you screwing up my program. Your corporation's allowed four things, okay? What does that mean, four things? Buffer tax, no tax due till you're profitable. Corporate credit, what do? It's a write-off. It's interest rate and credit card all. Cars, fleet price. Hotel, free buffet. Your division's allowed to do multiple things under the corporation. Line of defense are cheap, multiple functions, buy at wholesale price, and the greatest gift is multiple credit reports. That's how you get to the point you basically daisy chain credit to more and more and more. Every piece of property is going to be a division, so you create a line of defense. If one goes screwed up, you don't bring the pain home to the corporation. 13 of you today have screwed up your corporations and got sued, and you lost everything you have. Why? Because you didn't set up under division process. That is the line of defense that follows SSN, SS4. Would you like to screw up the duck, sheep, or division or corporation or you? What have you done so far? We should be winning the game of business, by the way. Do you want to be a corporate millionaire? Do you want to be a millionaire? There's a difference. If you want to be a millionaire, you're going to be taxed on the money you receive. If you're a corporate millionaire, there's no tax till you're profitable. I would say 9 divisions for 9 lines of credit and 9 locations of something. It could be a property. What is their goal? Create $100,000 a month. See, when you give other people money to invest for you, you get what? A little interest, or you get a little money here and there. I want you to own the piece. You own the piece, you get auto income on a monthly basis because people live on income. That's the goal. Divisions today are very simple. As long as I put history that I have on the dashboards, I can set up the Experian, Treasury, and Equifax per division. I don't need to get tax IDs per divisions, by the way. Not until I want to daisy chain the credit. Each division is about $1,000 today. So if I got 3 with or without credit, or 9 or 12, there you go, it's right there. Take your picture, talk to the office about this as well. These need to be filed right away to make sure next year you say it's on their second year. But again, it's a choice, it's going to be up to you. If it's done today, I'm going to double those numbers on no extra cost. So it'd be 6, 18, and 24. Talk to a specialist right away. If you don't have one, they'll assign you one too. What do? I'm always going to say Zell, always good, and now. 800-254-9506. Remember, if you use a card for anything today, they will charge you 5% more because that's what the bank charges us. The goal should be every division should be known as a bucket of money. Is that okay? If we create buckets of money, I like that. What do? We use a Reynolds University right here I'm standing in anyway. We rebuild you like Humpty Dumpty. See, that's the Lamborghini, one of them, which is almost $7,000 a month. Here's the keys. What did I do? A division bought the car, guaranteed it as a division. I've always been reaching the dream and think to be the impossible. Why not? I've helped 50 million people learn division process so far. We play my way. Those are the 10 businesses I want you to think about for next year. We have 50 escrows lined up. Sancho says we're going to do over $1.1 billion. What do we get to do? I think it's called auto income. What do you think? We play and we get to win. All right, over $1 billion for next year. That's the ultimate goal. Now, here's Thomas as an example. Thomas was in prison for 26 years. Within 6 months, because he listened to what he was told to do, I billed him, all right, you got his brand new dump truck doing $5 million a year. Simple. Here's the Lamborghini. Once again, if it's registered to me and I'm in a bumpity bump, they sue me. I'm not dumb. I'm not stupid. I'm kind of smart. So I have it registered to a division of a corporation. So I'm willing to sacrifice the division and not my corporate, my family. That's what I need you to understand too. The car. How about the other one incorporating you? And it even shows you the lease to Chase Bank to a division process. So it's going to be up to you how you play this game to win. We have a new TV show coming up next year, and I want to be at the Honda Center next year in March. Usually we call it the Pond when we had the last event years ago too. Google review. If you like me, review me. Please be nice. If you don't like me, leave me alone. See, now everybody likes me, now everybody likes you. That's how it works today. So if you want to find out about products, you just take a picture, you kind of scan it, and find out about corporations and books and what things you get to do. You get to play with me. See, you're not building a relationship for a day or month, you're building a lifetime. My clients have been working with you for 40 plus years. So what we do, we're going to become puppet masters. All right, for generation, again and again. Would you like a piece? What piece would you like? Would you like 25? Would you like 50? Would you like 75? All right, because I'm in every one of these. You're stuck with me. Even when we buy ugly, and that's kind of fun too. Ugly makes money. Now, Linda's a client of mine since 1986. She spent $2,000, wrote it off at $26 a month. She took the Hyatt Hotel in Texas and converted it to the Blueprint Apartments, named it after me. The Blueprint of Success. Okay, it's a $27 million project for her. Shaq's a puppet master. Okay, Warren Buffett's a puppet master. Me, I got 1,013 divisions. Should we play? What do you think? You should be starting today, but it's up to you. I call it boring and steady. All right, what does it mean? Very simple. We build the credit, you build the finance, and what do? You get a piece. That piece of ownership is a deed of trust. You own a piece of 25 to 75% every month for life until it blows up or you go away. Why do we let our children take it over when we're gone? Okay? So if we want a blueprint loan or we get checkbook money, we get to play the game to win. That's the money you put in an escrow. You don't take it from your family. If we do this correctly, 1 year, that's 6 to 10 escrows, by the way, in a year's time. If we take 3 of you plus me, and we put $25,000 each, that's $100,000 of deposit, and up to $3,200 a month after all the bills are paid. Here's $50,000 up to $5,600. Here's $7,500. Okay, $10,000, $100,000 up to $10,000 a month. Okay, what do? Take a picture here. How aggressive would you like to be in the year 2026? That would be the ultimate goal for all of us. I believe you should be a puppet master. I got the form modified over the years because it was wrong in 1984 anyway. It said husband and wife and partner. Your corporation will have a division, you'll be 4A. My corporation will be number 4, and if I need a B and a C, that means we get more money for the escrow. You get to partner with me like I've done for 1987. Today, if you want to play for only 90 days, you could do that too. 90 days, 100,000 credit to you, blueprint call, monthly calls, 18 books and 18 CDs, and also 18 divisions. The divisions alone cost $20,000 most of the time. Today, the office, the listed price is 10. All right, office price today is 7. If you did it during the webinar with me, all right, it's $5,000 today, if it's done right away. But if you don't do it, then I'm going to say you blew it. It's going to be up to you. If you want to play for a year to go after up to that 10 escrows, 6 to 10 of those, $200,000 of credit. Blueprint call, 12 months with me. What do we get to do? Simple. It's usually $27,000. Today, if it's paid in full, it's $10,000. If you put $2,500 down and pay right away, you still get the $200,000 credit. If you have to finance it, then you only get $100,000 credit at all. It's a Zelle, always good, and all right. And what do? If you have to use a card, simple to do. Call the office, 800-254-9506. Remember, they will charge 5% if you use a card. I can rebuild your business for you and help you for 3 months, 6 months to a year. But again, I customize that as well for you if you want to. What do? We look behind the curtain every day. You have the chance to rebuild you, and I'm online 6 days a week. Have been in front of people 6 days a week, or you're online for 49 years. Today, I'd like you to stay safe, strong, do your best. Let Jesus do the rest. Amen to that too. You have the chance to change your direction. I'd like to repackage you. So I'd tell you to Zelle right away or call 800-254-9506. If you don't call, I can't seem to help you. We have the ability to get past go. I believe, sorry to say, I think most of you are stuck. And I think that kind of sucks, but it's going to be up to you. We do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And we never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all. Did somebody turn on the heater?